We've all seen the horror that can be done when beloved childhood characters fall into the public domain. And I mean literally horror because they're making horror movies. You already saw literally January 1st, 2024. Steamboat Willie goes into public domain. We get a bunch of Mickey Mouse horror movies. Trailers drop that first day. It's insane. And last year we got that with Winnie the Pooh because Winnie the Pooh got into public domain and so they made a horror movie, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. And it came out last February. And I think it was around Halloween that I ended up watching it for the first time. And it ended up being just about as bad as we expected it to be. But also, to be fair, they only had like a $50,000 budget in the first place. And because of that, and because of just how curious people were to see a Winnie the Pooh horror movie, this movie made $5 million, which isn't really that much in today's standards, but with a $50,000 budget, that's a lot of money that they made with this film. And so now they're using that money to make a sequel. And that sequel, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2, we just got our first poster and trailer for today. And this, I already said I didn't really enjoy the first one, but I would be lying if I said I wasn't at least a little excited to see this sequel. Because you can tell this has a much higher budget. They put, the first movie had a $50,000 budget. This one has a $1 million budget. And you can tell with the prosthetics, upgraded look for Winnie the Pooh, we got new characters introduced here as well. And the story seems more focused. Everything here is looking better. So I'm gonna watch this, and I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. But first of all, just look at this poster. This poster actually looks kind of awesome. I mean, you got Winnie the Pooh, you got Piglet, you got Tigger, you got Owl. Pooh's got a flaming chainsaw going on there, and you got the logo and everything like that down there. IGN exclusive. It was an IGN exclusive trailer as well. Prepare for the ultimate Scream team. I love that it's like an actual team up event here that we're getting. And before we get into talking about the trailer, let's break down the official plot synopsis for this film. So deep within the 100-acre wood, a destructive rage grows as Winnie the Pooh, Piglet, Owl, and Tigger find their home and their lives endangered as Christopher Robin revealed their existence. Not wanting to live in the shadows any longer, the group decides to take the fight to the town of Ashdown, home of Christopher Robin, leaving a bloody trail of death and mayhem in their wake. Winnie and his savage friends will show everyone that they are deadlier, stronger, and smarter than anyone could ever imagine, and get the revenge on Christopher Robin once and for all. So right there, already this sounds like a way better plot than what we got with that first movie, because this is actually focusing on Christopher Robin this time, which, perfect, off to a great start there. And then on top of that also, just that first movie, just that random bunch of girls that was out in the woods, we didn't care about those characters, but here we have Christopher Robin, so hopefully this will be much, much better. And speaking of Christopher Robin, the trailer opens with Christopher Robin, actually now recast, a different actor than played him in the first movie, but he looks good here, and we're actually diving a bit into his backstory as well. We're getting flashbacks with young Christopher Robin when he first met Winnie the Pooh, the disappearance of his friend Billy. There's some great shots in here that, again, this looks way more cinematic than that first movie did at all. But there we have a great shot of kind of a younger Winnie the Pooh, again, with that upgraded looking face as well. We'll talk about that a bit more later as well. So yes, Pooh is back. And this, I think, is the best shot of him in the whole trailer. In the first movie, he just looked like a dude in a mask, which, of course, is what he was in real life. But in the movie, he's supposed to be a humanoid bear come to life. And this looks much, much better. I mean, it's still very obviously a dude in a mask, but it looks better at least. It looks more realistic. There's more hair on the mask. There's more wrinkles. There's more texture. it just looks more realistic overall. But this time, he's brought new friends. Most notably, of course, being Tigger. Tigger, of course, beloved character from the Winnie the Pooh franchise, was not in the first movie because while Winnie the Pooh did go into public domain, Tigger did not go into public domain yet, but now he has. So Tigger will be included in this movie. We got our first look at him here. He looks absolutely wild. He's being described as the most violent of the bunch. He likes to torture his victims quite a bit, so that's gonna be fun. Again, the prosthetics here look really great. The hair, the wrinkles, everything going on here just looks really, really cool. I love this shot right here where you can see he's just standing at the end of the hallway and you can see his tail in the background just wagging back and forth. That is awesome. And also you even get to see Tigger. He's going to be bouncing around, which is hilarious. But one of the things I like about it seems for this sequel, they're kind of taking away this serious tone and really giving into the whole silly aspect of this idea, but because that's what it is. This is a silly idea. It's a Winnie the Pooh horror movie, so just really lean into that, and it looks like they are. I love this one shot here where he actually speaks. He talks to Christopher Robin. That was one thing where I kind of have mixed feelings on it, because in the first movie, Winnie the Pooh spoke, but he only said like one thing, and it was at the end of the movie. I mean, it felt weird with him talking, but I feel like it does kind of add more to our villains of this movie if they can actually talk, if you actually know what they're thinking and they're not just mindless, non-talking murderers. So I like this. There's also our first look at Owl and Piglet as well. This is not a shot from the trailer. There weren't really any good shots of either of these characters in the trailer, but this was a behind-the-scenes look released a few months ago. They both look really cool as well. Of course, Piglet is back. I don't really know how, because he died in the first movie, but he's back. Just gonna ignore what happened there, I guess. And we'll have the stereotypical horror movie teenage girls in there, whatever. But very interestingly, though, this is the start of a brand new horror cinematic universe. So we got the first Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Now we have our sequel, and this sequel will include a post-credit scene which will set up the future of this universe, because the makers of this film and this franchise, they're developing a lot of other fairy tale creatures into their own horror movies as well, such as Bambi the Reckoning, which I believe is shooting right now. Peter Pan, I don't remember what the official name for the movie was called, but it was like Neverland something. And this is an official concept art first look at what Peter Pan will look like in this movie. So that's interesting. And this actually, this Peter Pan movie is going to be directed by the guy who plays Christopher Robin in this Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. And finally, we're also getting Pinocchio Unstrung. This also is another concept art first look at Pinocchio. And supposedly, it's been confirmed by the directors that the post-credit scene for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 will actually feature first looks at least Pinocchio. I don't know about the other projects, but at least Pinocchio. And then eventually we will build up to some sort of big crossover event, because all of these movies are taking place in the same cinematic universe, so they're all going to cross over at some point. I don't know what that's going to be. Is it going to be like an Avengers style team up? And if that's the case, like, why are they teaming up? Or is it going to be a Winnie the Pooh versus Pinocchio or Peter Pan and Bambi in there somewhere too? And what other movies are they developing? Who knows? We'll see how successful these are. But guys, can you let me know your thoughts in the comments below? What do you think about this? Did you see the first movie? Did you see Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey? Did you like it? Did you not care for it? And just seeing this trailer, what are your thoughts going into Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2? Are you excited for it? Do you plan on seeing it? Again, I didn't love the first movie, but there's enough going on here in this trailer that gets me excited, and this may actually be something I see in theaters. We'll see. Which, speaking of that, there's no... I don't know about a release date, because At the end of the trailer, it just says coming soon. Originally, I was hearing it was coming out February 14th, which of course is Valentine's Day, but that is quite literally next week. So that's way too quick of a turnaround. That's not happening, and there's nothing listed for it playing in any theaters. Somebody else mentioned March 26th, I believe. So we'll see on that. Stay tuned. I'll keep you up to date and all that. But yeah, for now, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Are you excited for Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey 2? And thanks so much for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed this video and hit the subscribe button so I keep you up to date on everything that goes on in the movie life.